Well, a new Fox News poll finds that Americans think President Trump is an unstable, dishonest, and a bully.
Well, as we know, poll numbers don't always tell the entire story here. But here to help us break things down is Cliff Young, lead pollster for Thomson Reuters. Cliff, welcome back.
Yeah, great to be here. Great to be here.
All right, so let me ask you about the first poll. And first, we should say all of these are from Fox News. The first poll asked voters, are you satisfied with how things are going in the country today? I was a little surprised to see 35% said yes, but 64% no. And when you look at how it's changed since August of, what is that, 2016? My goodness. What do you attribute this to?
Yeah, people are just not happy. Overall, over the last 5 to 7 years, people have been very, very wary, very pessimistic about the U.S. in general. There were high hopes, or relatively high hopes, at the beginning of the administration, but they haven't seen much, and this is just a sign of frustration.
What about in terms of, they also compiled numbers on whether or not people are approving or disapproving of the president's job performance. What did we find there?
Well, we found the same sort of thing. I mean, the president has been, he was at a high at the beginning of the administration of 45, 46 or so. He's in the mid to low 40s at this point. That's just that's a difficult place to be. He's really lost ground over the last 6 to 7 months, and not in a good place so far.
Hey, Cliff, how does that compare? I'm sorry. How does that compare when you look at his predecessors?
Well, he's at the lowest point. If you take the last 4 or 5 presidents, without a doubt, they're all in the mid-40s to 50s at this point. Typically, this is a honeymoon period when presidents have high approval ratings. They can really push through their agenda. He in the 30s is at the lowest in modern history, basically.
It's interesting. This is a poll that came from Fox. And, there has always in the past, people have said that he very much is friendly with Fox. Do you think this is going to carry more weight with the administration? Do you think they'll pay attention to this a little bit more than perhaps in past polls where they say, oh, whatever?
Yeah, definitely. Well, for the administration, for Trump, obviously Fox has more credibility. But this poll is very much in line with all the other polls. Middling 30s approval rating, not a great place to be. Basically 40 points is the tipping point. That's where a sitting president has less than 50-50 odds of winning the next election. And as you look at his attributes, everyone can agree 83% that he says what he thinks. But that could be a good or bad thing. He's extremely polarizing. Only 25% of Americans in the same poll think he's presidential.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, we talk about being polarizing here. The next poll we looked at is President Trump tearing the country apart. 56% say yes. Drawing the country together, only 33%.
Yeah, once again, he loses for many people. Like I said, he's a polarizing figure. He loses for many people on style points. Many people don't like his style, which is brand, which is aggressive, which can become confrontational.
Now, you guys also asked folks about whether or not the Confederate statues and the monuments, which obviously have been in the news, part of protesting and that type of thing. Here's what we found. They want those Confederate monuments and statues to stay up, 61%, but 29% want to see them taken down. Any surprises here or no?
No, this is what we've seen over time. People see it as a heritage issue. They're not linking it to slavery in the past or other sort of issues of racism. They believe that this is a local issue where local communities should make the decision. And no, not at all. This result was not surprising at all. We've had them in the past.
Cliff Young, lead pollster for Thomson Reuters. It is always fun to have you on the show to talk about the polls and breaking them down. Have a happy holiday weekend.
Well, to you too, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Cliff.